Hello everyone, welcome to OnyxEarth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another timeless reading. This is not a pick a card reading, this is a pick your sign reading. So this is the continuation of the video I did the other day where we talked about positive changes and surprises coming in, things that you may unexpect to come through, may not expect to come through. So it should be very easy for those of you that often have issues selecting your pile. And again, it is a compliment to that video. So if you like to select your pile and you haven't watched that video yet, go back to the one that I did right before this one where you can choose your pile. And then here you're gonna select your zodiac signs, okay? This is based on your astrological placements. This is sun, moon, rising, Venus, maybe Mercury, Mars. Definitely, if you are dominant in any sign, I would definitely check a sign that you're super dominant in, just because, I mean, it's that energy's all over the place. But whatever combination of signs you feel called to use that resonates for you, go for it, okay? So I will see you at your sign. All right, Cancer placements. Let's look at your unexpected things coming into your life. Let's see what surprises, some blessings. Let's see what's going on with you, my Cancer placements. Let's see. Okay, I've got, ooh, I love this. 6 of Wands. Look at all that praise, that recognition, that victory. So lots of successes coming in for you, Cancer placements. Let's see if we can get a little more. Okay, we got Queen of Swords, right? So maybe this is a success, a victory as it relates to you kind of speaking your truth in some way. The Queen of Swords is known to be not only intellectual and also good business minded, could be, you know, business related, but she's also known to be very honest, very truthful, and very clear with her words, okay? Doesn't matter the gender, that's just the energy that's stepping through for you. It's actually like when we stereotype the signs, it's actually kind of uncommon that a Cancer placement would be speaking more from a place of reason and logic versus emotion. Not saying that's how you naturally are, Cancer placements, but I'm just saying, stepping into the pile, it seems like a more reasonable approach to something is going to lead to a victory, or maybe the victory is leading to a newfound confidence that allows you to speak more freely. What do we have here? We have the King of Cups, which could be someone stepping in, or could be you. You could be represented in all of these. These could be the multifaceted persona of yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like this could be you personified, your emotions, your intellect, and whatnot. You have High Priestess, which is Pisces energy coming through. Let's see what's at the bottom. That's interesting. I didn't know that that was there. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. I don't know how that got like that. I don't normally take reversals, so the fact that that came like that, Cancer, is interesting. So I see you have the counterparts for the water signs, which is interesting considering that you are Cancer. So it could be kind of a disagreement between counterparts, like you and a romantic partner may be in sort of an out. Maybe you've been hiding your feelings, they've been hiding their feelings, and the conversation that has to happen where you two are very honest about what you're not getting, what you need, what's going wrong, so that you can kind of work towards it. But again, with that 6 of Wands coming out, I do see a victory is imminent, and like being very successful with that, as long as you both are very transparent with one another. This doesn't have to be a romantic connection, even though a lot of you it is. It could be any form of a connection, any person that is a contrast to you with a difference with the difference in perspective from you, like someone that you would consider to be an opposite personality type from you, and you're having difficulty understanding each other because of that high priestess energy that's coming through, that mysterious energy, possibly even 12th house placements. You know, I normally mention 12th house place synastry, but I think I normally reference it in the love readings. So like, people don't often realize that the 12th house can also be like hidden enemies, hidden allies, and all, like people that are hiding their intentions. So just be careful and be mindful of that. But I love that this is in the unexpected changes spread, because it means that anybody that has any underlying intentions that you aren't aware of is going to come to light, whether positive or not, and you're going to be very surprised. Hopefully not in a bad way. We're talking about blessings, and we do have that Six of Wands. If anything, I do feel like this is an energy of you kind of feeling like someone either doesn't like you, whether we're talking platonically, professionally, or even romantically, or it's losing interest, and you're realizing that not only is that not the case, that they feel very deeply for you, that they care for deeply for you, that they have a deep respect for you, depending on the nature of the relationship, of the connection. That they feel very strongly for you, and you just have no idea, right? But it's going to come out soon, whoever this is we're talking about, or it could be more than one person. It could be at least two people as well. Like if there's people that you're like, oh, they don't like me, they don't respect me, they don't think I'm good at this, they don't think I'm good at that, or, you know, I thought this person was interested in me, they are not, I thought this person moved on, like you're going to realize that that's not the case. Okay, Cancer placements. So let me dig into these astrology based decks so I can get more clarity on what's going on. Yeah, the person or people that you actually feel are having conflict with right now, or are just not speaking to, or whatever the issue is, where you're not clear on how they feel about you. Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. You're going to find out that they've either been speaking very highly about you behind your back, or that they're going to outright praise you with that Six of Wands card. But you kind of feel like you don't think that they see you that way, okay? So let me get more energy. It's a very specific message for Cancer placements, but maybe you're all dealing with people that aren't really emotionally intelligent, or maybe you're overthinking people's responses. Could be the case. Could be the case. Let me see what Spirit de la Lune has to say about Cancer placements. Okay. So you have devotion in reverse at the bottom. We're not taking it, but you have lunar eclipse sovereignty, which is kind of like divine feminine energy, and you have boundaries. Okay, so these two cards let me know that you're kind of taking on other people's emotions. You're overly fixating on how other people feel and how other people interpret your energy and how other people see you, versus just being yourself, right? That's why you have the Queen of Cups as the overview in reverse. Like, other people's perspectives of you is not necessarily your business. Now, the good news is that the people that you're thinking have negative perspectives of you, or are rejecting you, or whatever the energy is, they are not, and you're going to find out very soon and be surprised that they are very accepting of you. But you need boundaries, right? Like you're going to learn that too. And I think part of that praise is going to come from you stepping into your own power, your own strength, your own identity. Instead of trying to please these people or this person, you're going to kind of take it upon yourself to be like, you know what can I do to make myself feel good? And once you establish those boundaries, that's when we get into this, right? The Six of Wands energy, right? Like having those firm boundaries is how you're going to step into that sovereignty, Six of Wands energy. But I do see that coming through for you, like very, very good, very successful energy for you. So something good is going to come to fruition as you work on it, once you get out of your feelings. Pun intended, right, with that Queen of Cups in reverse, stepping more into a Queen of Swords, King of Cups combination. That'll be much better for you, your mental health and your emotional health as well. All right, Cancer. But like I said, great things coming in, lots of validation coming your way But you're being encouraged to have proper boundaries, because other people's perspectives of you should not be that big of a deal. And the fact that we're doing a reading about what's coming in unexpected, like what's the really positive blessings coming in, and for you it seems to be acceptance from other people, praise from other people. We want more for you. We want more for ourselves, right? We don't want to the highlight of our being to be other people's praise. So that seems to be what you're looking for, Cancer placements. And like I said, I don't know the backstory. It's a general reading, so it could be very pivotal family connections. It could be very important business connections. It could be the love of your life. So like I could see why you would place great importance on how these individuals see you. But again, within reason, you need boundaries, okay? So let me see what Moonology has to say. New moon eclipse. So that's another eclipse. Expect powerful change. Again, if you've been feeling you have full moon eclipse. Wow. Okay, so eclipses may be relevant for you. You've got 3 eclipses on the table: full moon, new moon, and you know the lunar eclipse card, which is sovereignty. So eclipse season, huge deal for you. Huge deal for you, Cancer placements, which makes sense because you are in fact ruled by the moon. You are ruled by the moon. So that makes sense that you would be very in tune with moon cycles, especially key moon peak periods like eclipses. So one thing I want to say though, just to be clear, like even though boundaries need to be in place and that you don't need to be worried about these other people, I just want to make it clear, like this person, these people, you will get that acceptance, you will get that praise. I do see if you are in a situation where people actively have genuinely not been vibing with you like that, expect a change in circumstances. So like if there's a group of people that you have to come into contact with regularly that don't care for you, just know you're either going to be removed from that situation into one where people like and appreciate you, or those people will slowly be removed out of whatever situation that you're stuck in. You can't, like, it's not going to be a situation where you have to continuously be around people that don't favor you, right? You know, with the expect powerful change, conclusions are within reach. Like, you don't have to worry about that for very much longer. So let me pull from this last deck so we can get a little more message and then we can close this up. Because yours was very clean and to the point what the blessing is. So like I said, the universe is giving you a little nudge, like, hey, have more firm boundaries. Don't let people affect you as much. You have to be solid and hold within yourself before other people can see your light, right? What is this? Oh, look at that. The moon. Love that for you. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. What did I say, right? Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. So you can give to other people, you can want other people to love you, but at the same time, you have to love yourself predominantly, okay? You have Jupiter, grow and expand. So don't shy away, don't shield yourself, don't shun away just because certain people may not respond to you the way that you would like, Cancer placements. You have a lot of love, a lot of nurturing energy to share with other people, and there are people that will reciprocate that, and there are people that are open to reciprocating that. It's just that we talk about love languages. Your love language is a bit more open than other people's. Like if you're dealing with someone, like if you're dealing with air placements, they're not as touchy-feely as you, right? And like if you're dealing with somebody that like if there is a water placement here, maybe dominant in some other energy, they are not the type to kind of show their hand. They're not going to let you see exactly how they feel all the time, but if you pay attention, they'll show you. And again, you have the revelation coming soon where you're going to get a very clear answer from all of the people that you're questioning around you, how they feel about you, okay? But I love that you got all of these cards signifying the moon energy, right? Because you do have the counterparts, the King and Queen of Cups, even though the Queen is in reverse. But again, having that lunar eclipse, new moon eclipse, full moon eclipse, and then the moon card coming out, that is a huge deal, okay? So whatever things you've been looking to confirm, okay, Cancer placements, I want to call you Pile 3, which this is my first time filming in a minute, so like you're my first pile, so if anything I should be calling you pile 1. So one of my readings, you are pile 3. That is also your confirmation Cancer placements. But anyway, I hope this resonated for you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, Scorpio placements. Let me shuffle for you. This is exciting because when I split the deck after cleansing it thoroughly, like I cleansed this deck and shuffled it a lot. When I split the deck just now for the first time, I did see the 6 of Wands. So lots of victory and success coming your way, Scorpio. I love that for you. So let's see what like unexpected changes and some positive energies that are shockingly going to come in for our Scorpio placements. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio placements. Okay, so the Fool card came out and then jumped right back in. So that's interesting because what just flew out is the Death card, and I love that. I think this happened for one of the other signs earlier where this card that is ruled by your sign comes out. Death is not a bad thing, and if anybody knows that, it's the Scorpio placements, okay? The Scorpio placements, okay? So there's a huge transformation and shift happening, which makes sense. We're talking about changes and shifts and things that are coming in a positive light. So this is a confirmation that these are shifts, and it's just, we're going to see what the nature of it is. Now, Scorpio rules the 8th house. Could be those types of things. We could be talking about debt. We could be talking about inheritance. We could be talking about just your spirituality. We could be talking about sex, your sexual nature. Like all of those things could be the case. And I saw earlier the King of Swords that jumped out and jumped back in, and then I just saw the Queen of Swords that just jumped out and jumped back in. So that could be relevant for some of you. You may have air placements, right? That is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you may be dealing with someone that has placements of that nature. So let me see if I can get 2 more cards. I want to really clarify this energy since the first card that came out is you. Let me see what's going on with my Scorpio placements. Here we go. Got something going there. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Something has not been working. Ace of Wands, and I want one more before I take the bottom, just so I can clarify that what I am looking for. Lots of messages, all kinds of swords cards try to come out. So we could be talking about like communication, messages, letters, paperwork, documentation, something dealing with that. Definitely going to get some positive news soon. Scorpio placements, okay? All right, one more. Come on, one more. And just like that, that Queen of Swords comes out. She was dancing around the deck a little bit. She was. So I'm going to put this here. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun. So yes, yes, yes. Lots of positive vibes. I heard the phrase. Lots of good energy, lots of attention, lots of recognition. Here's the thing. These 4 cards combined give me a working smarter, not harder vibe, right? So I know we talk about the 8 of Pentacles often mean working very diligently and doing so very efficiently. But here, next to that Death card, on the other side of that Ace of Wands, it's telling me that whatever laboring you've been doing, especially physically, if that's relevant to you, Scorpio placements, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. And with that Queen of Swords, there's much smarter, more efficient ways to be doing what you're doing. You're going to realize that very soon. And when you do, that Sun card is going to come vibrating like out into your world right now. Like it's going to be a very vibrant time for you. Like you're not going to you're not going to have to do all of those steps that you've been taking in the 8 of Pentacles. Because again, it is very, it is an affirmation of talent, but it's also toiling, like taking the steps. Like there's extra steps you're taking somewhere that you don't have to, and you're about to realize it, okay? Now, what does that mean? Why is that benefiting you? I'm seeing it's going to free up a lot of your time with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You're going to find a lot more free time. You're going to have a lot more energy in that Ace of Wands, and you're going to be feeling very clear-headed in that Queen of Swords. Okay, huge transformation. So if you've been low on energy, whatnot, like Scorpio placements, listen, it's going to be easy peasy. That Sun card, and not only are you going to be exerting less energy, but you're going to see much more attention and recognition for how effectively that you're working. Again, whether we're talking about and when I say attention, I mean results, right? So we could be talking about a relationship, like you being on better terms with a romantic partner, and your friendships and your family connections. We could be talking about work performance, school, anything right now. It could be all of those things. Okay, some of you it's more than one. So let me pull from this Moonology deck, and then I will grab from the other two oracle decks so that we can see what it is we need to be talking about, what else you need to be surprised by. Like, you're going to be surprised by the amount of free time you're going to have and how effective you're getting things done, how much order you're bringing into your life, because that Sun card is ruled by Leo, right? And Leo rules the 5th house of pleasure, right? So I'm not gonna lie, I actually do kind of get some adult activity vibes here with that 8th house, 5th house themes. You may be getting it in some adult themed action pretty soon. You may be surprised by that, the fact that you will be getting some adult action, but that's a thing for you Scorpio placements. Lots of fun, enjoyment, hanging out with friends, doing things for leisure. That's what's coming in for you unexpectedly. You're not gonna be able to believe how much free time you're gonna have to do and just enjoy life, do adult things, and socialize. So love that for you. So what does Moonology have to say? What do you have to say to the Scorpio placements? Let's see what we can get. This deck is really quiet today. Okay. Emotions are running high. Super moon. So like I said, if you're anxious or overwhelmed, take that as confirmation that it's going to clear soon. That is also, I'm not going to lie, a key indicator of, well, let me just, bottom of the deck is nothing will come of the situation, which I'm interpreting combined with emotions are running high, that you're anxious for no reason. It's not necessary. Like, whatever you're stressed out about, it's going to work itself out. It's not even something you should be giving that much attention to. But with emotions running high, Ace of Wands, the Death Scorpio energy, and that Leo 5th house of pleasure energy, I'm telling you, it's giving a lot of adult action for you Scorpio placements. So like I said, whether that's something you're interested in, open to, or not, that's what's coming through heavily for you. So you're going to be very surprised if it comes through like that. Look at this. Okay, we've got waxing gibbous, which is movement. Again, that's that very active energy. So whatever that Ace of Wands is, that spark of energy that you're going to have, that free time you're going to have, you're going to get a lot of movement done. Envision, right, in reverse at the bottom lets me know that there's a lot of things that you've kind of wanted to do that you kind of just put off. They have been just thoughts and dreams and visions. Well, now you're going to be able to make them concrete, real, right? Because the Ace of Wands is also a concept, right? And the Queen of Swords here does have the capacity to make any plan real in the most effective way. Okay? So let me see right here. That's like half the deck. So we're not going to take it. We're going to continue to shuffle and see what else we have for Scorpio placements about surprises that are coming in soon. Okay. So you have conjunction. It is a union, merging, and coming together, right? And then at the bottom, you have Libra. You may have Libra placements, or you may be dealing with the Libra. But it says consideration, fairness, and harmony. So again, things are going to work out very fairly for you. I'm going to take it because it's relevant to that conjunction card. I feel like they go hand in hand. And then with me talking about that adult energy that's slipping through with that 8th house themes of Scorpio and the 5th house themes of Leo, Libra coming in with the 7th house themes, like it's giving a little bit of a romance vibe. Okay, so that's definitely something that may be coming into play that you were not expecting, Scorpio. But like I was saying, it's really just finding more free time, having more energy to live life, having more opportunities and the creative energy to just focus on joy. Because remember, your overview for the tarot is Leo, the sun, 5th house of pleasure vibes. Okay, so that is definitely what's coming through for you. Lots of joy, lots of pleasure, lots of fun, whether we're talking about adult fun, whether we're talking about childlike fun, just enjoyment of life and living kind of in the moment, right? And moving in a more effective way so that you have the time to enjoy your life. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, Scorpio placements. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, Pisces placements. Let's see what unexpected changes, surprises, good things only are coming through for you soon. We're going to start with the Revelations Tarot, and then I have 3 astrology-based oracle decks that I would like to use to clarify your messages. So let's see what's going on with Pisces placements. Okay, we got a King of Pentacles here, just slipping right out of the deck. Right, very stable, very sure, very certain energy, okay? So let me see if I can clarify what this King of Pentacles means for my Pisces placements. Okay, so this could be someone close to you, but this is feeling like you, Pisces. I'm not gonna lie, you've got this 9 of Cups. You're gonna be very fulfilled soon, very fulfilled, very stable, feeling very sure and stable in your life. Well, if you're not already, that's the energy you're about to step into soon. And if that's a surprise, then you know, take that message. But I'm gonna dig deeper to see why that is a surprise, because like right now it's looking like you're okay. What's this? Okay. 5 of Pentacles. So like I said, right now it's feeling like the idea of you being that stable King of Pentacles, regardless of gender, energy, and being very self-sufficient but self-fulfilled, as well as having all of your material needs met, does not seem to be in your mind, it doesn't seem to be a possibility right now. You have the Temperance at the bottom, which is Sagittarius energy, so you may be feeling a bit restricted, but you're going to feel very expansive soon. Okay, that's the 9th house energy, Jupiter energy of growth, learning, developing, and advancing. Like if this is something related to school or education, like, you know, getting that extra certification, that extra degree to take you where you need to be so that you can be that King of Pentacles and be financially stable in a field that you really enjoy working in, right? With that 9 of Cups, because 5 of Pentacles feels like a fear of like lack. It feels like a very pessimistic attitude. It feels like never having enough. So just know that if you are prone to depression legitimately, you're gonna get what you need. That Temperance is a balancing. It's all about moderation and alchemy. So just know that, especially if you're taking the active measures to improve your life, that's gonna change for you very quickly, even if it feels hopeless right now. Okay, Pisces placements. But I'm seeing lots of prosperity. I'm seeing a job that you enjoy doing that pays well. Like I see a lot coming in for you. Okay. Some of you, which is interesting that that's coming through, are going to downsize, but because you want to. Like some of you are literally going to step into a less lucrative career path simply because it will fulfill you, and you may be concerned about the lack of finances when doing that. But I see that if you've made that decision, that Temperance card shows that if you just manage your spending and you just moderate your budget, you'll be 100% fine. Like you'll be able to do it, especially if you're single and that 9 of Cups, you can support yourself on what you're doing in event. And because it's something you're passionate about, taking temporary setback, you'll eventually be that king of pentacles, and you'll be able to even support a family once you build yourself back up after pursuing something you're passionate about. Okay, Pisces placements, that's a message for some of you. So let me see what these have to say. Let me see if I can get Spirit Day Lilin to say something, anything, huh? What is that? Okay. So we've got the Wolf Moon. Sorry, I'm adjusting. You have Sharpen Instincts. Okay. At the bottom, you do have the Taurus card. So maybe your Taurus placement, or your you know someone that's affecting the situation that has Taurus placements, because you have the Lover. You know, maybe this is a partner or a spouse that's going to have to support you on this journey. Let's see. I'm going to pull from this Heavenly Bodies deck and see what we get from here. And then I'll pull from the Moonology and wrap this up. And Sharpen Instincts talks about honing in on your craft, right? It talks about like that developmental aspect of the Sagittarius energy stepping into the pile. So like sharpening your instincts, you're going to be very surprised at how quickly you learn whatever it is you need to learn, how quickly you advance at whatever it is you need to catch on to. Like you're going to be very surprised. Like that's what the unexpected blessing is for you. Pisces placements is how quickly you're able to build on whatever that is. What's this? I love this. This is very, very interesting energy. So we're gonna this has happened before, so I'm gonna take it. Okay, so you have house 6, which is ruled by Virgo, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details, right? So it looks like you're gonna uproot your routine soon. You're gonna uproot your routine pretty soon, right? At the bottom we have house 12. That's your house. Okay, so it says spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So Virgo Pisces axis on the table, which again, Virgo is your opposing sign. So wherever your placements that you're looking at this for sit, whatever house that is, this house and the opposite house, those are pivotal themes right now as it relates to what surprise changes and positive blessings are coming into your life. Okay, so wherever the Pisces placement we're looking at right now and other Pisces placements is sitting, that house and the one completely opposite, because Virgo Pisces is a polarity, it is an axis, they are always across from one another. So those of you that are here for that, just know that that axis is very pivotal in the transformation that's happening. So you know, if you're into astrology, look up those themes of those houses and those planets so that you can see how this is affecting you and how it's going to change. And if you've already been looking at that, then this is your confirmation, okay? But just know that you're going to uproot your routine, that Virgo energy of your routine, just for your passion, for your spiritual, your mental health, right? The house 12 rules mental health. It rules not only just your spirituality, but your unconscious self, the aspects of yourself that don't quite feel right and you don't know why. This change is going to help you ease that, okay? So I love this energy for you, and I love that you got your own house on the tables, okay? So let me pull from this Moonology deck. And I love the way that it fell, because house 12 is upright and then Virgo energy is like upside down, because that's kind of how it is, right? With Virgo being your counter sign, it would be, I don't want to say the most unfamiliar to you, but the length, though, I like to say that signs on the polarity are exactly the same. It's the expression that are opposite. So like the way that Virgo energy expresses itself. So right now with this house 12, you're throwing yourself completely out of the routine and just kind of taking a leap of faith, you know, just to kind of get through whatever it is you're trying to make it through. And some of you, it could be as simple as you're just giving up the routine because it's not working. You're going to try a new way of living, right? What is this that's throwing itself out? Right. So that is crazy. Yeah, some of you need to ditch the routine that you're having. It's not working. Okay. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You're gonna realize very soon that it's not working. It's been harder than it needs to be because you have your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon in reverse. Okay, so your commitment is being tested. It's like your commitment's not being tested. This is not a test from the universe. It's simply not working. Like your spirit guides and everybody, they're not trying to make sure you stick it out. Like if you've taken on something and it feels like it's hard and you're like, I just have to push through, you're being called a pullback. You're like, no, we're not testing you. It does not work. Like let it go. Sharpen your instincts in another area, do something else. The area that's calling you, do that. That's what you're being called to, Pisces placements. Okay, and even if it's just even if it's throwing off the routine just to rest, recover, heal, find some kind of treatment, completely okay. Completely okay. This is your confirmation that it's okay to take care of yourself and to let go whatever commitments, responsibilities you think you have to follow through with, and sacrifice your health, your mental health, because again, that Virgo Pisces axis, that 12th house axis rules your health and mental health, your spirituality, and all of those things, hospitals. So just know that if you need to moderate your energy in that temperance card and find some sort of balance, that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly okay. So like I said, unexpected blessings, you're going to be able to do all of that. And it's gonna work out. Okay, so hopefully this resonated for you, Pisces placements. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.